hope and pray that does not happen. But if it does, we hope that it doesn't affect the Arizona Cardinals, and they can hopefully get through the season pretty much COVID-free. And I agree, Greg. I got you, brother. It is the advantage to the offense. They have so many weapons on that offensive side of the football that all of these teams, starting with the 49ers and the Washington football team and everybody else they play, that they're going to have to scheme as hard as they can to stop this offense, because we know Coach Cliff has got some stuff up his sleeve with all of the weapons that he has. I'm sure he is salivating. He cannot wait to get on that plane to Santa Clara and get it on with the 49ers on Sunday. But again, Greg, yeah, I agree. It is on the offense. The offense has the onus, and they have the advantage because it is so hard to stop all these weapons. Who do you go after?
Yeah. I was there's a nonprofit down here in the Valley called Hero-Zona, and they brought together leadership from all of the major sports teams in town, plus NASCAR, plus ASU. And I had an opportunity to speak with Michael Bidwell after the roundtable discussion, which centered on social justice and how the leagues move forward and how they support players, these sorts of things. And we talked at length, Michael and I, about the COVID plans. The team has invested money. They've got new procedures, touchless entries. There's no fans for the first 2 weeks for sure. If things get better, if there is no second wave, which everybody's kind of predicting that could happen in the fall, the second wave, they know that you'll be able to drive in, scan your ticket without touching anybody, scan your ticket to get into the stadium. They've got new cleaning procedures. They've got new cleaning procedures in the bathrooms, so they're going to be cleaning the bathrooms constantly. The Cardinals have invested money. They've spent a lot of time planning. They've spent a lot of time talking. And this is not just the Cardinals, but around the NFL. They're doing everything they can to try to get themselves in position to have fans back in a really limited capacity, based on a conversation I had with Michael Bidwell. But they're not getting in front of the data. They're waiting on the data of how many cases come back, how widespread it is, what the governor's regulations are. There's a lot of moving pieces to it, but the NFL wants to be ready that should you be able to bring fans in, they're going to be in position to do it. Also, I don't expect the league to be moving in lockstep here. I expect the league to move, I hate to use the word piecemeal, but it's more about like what the situation looks like in a given state. As to who can come and attend. So, yeah, I'm with you, man. I hope to God there's no outbreak. I hope to God that the safety protocols are in place. This disease is something we have to learn how to live with, and I think sports are showing us that you can live with it if you're smart. Don't go taking unnecessary risks.
Yes, that's the thing. Unnecessary risk. Be smart. Be safe. And it's good to hear from you, Greg, the steps that the Arizona Cardinals are taking for precautions to be safe. Make sure not only their players, but fans when it is that time to start bringing fans in, because we know it's going to be state by state and how each all are affected. It's just great to see that the Cardinals are putting in that effort and that money into that. And I want to ask you guys, and I'm going into the kickoff. Kickoff is on Thursday. A wonderful NFL birthday gift to me. My birthday is on Thursday. So that you guys know. Heads up.
I love it.
Texans and the Chiefs are on Thursday Night Football. We have games on Sunday. I'm not going to go down that list. Monday, we have 2 games. We have Pittsburgh Steelers. We have New York Giants. And then we have Tennessee Titans and then Denver Broncos back-to-back Monday. What game, Greg, is it that you are most looking forward to this weekend, or games if it's hard to choose between just one?
So, Joe, you and I are right here. Like, this is all about me, right? Like, this isn't about like anybody else. This is about me. So that means I want the team that I cover, the Arizona Cardinals. I want to see that game. And then every year, I pick the same 2 teams for the Super Bowl. I pick Lions versus Raiders in the Super Bowl every year. Why? Because the NFL changes so much from year to year. You never know. There's always a team that jumps up and surprises you. Never know what's going to happen in the NFL. And so when I was 12 years old, my favorite two teams were the Lions and the Raiders, and I pick them every year to go to the Super Bowl because maybe one of these years I'll be right. It's a protest vote, right? I'm saying specifically, we don't know because the NFL just things happen. We think that the Vikings going to look kind of good this year. We think that maybe Green Bay is in position to do some stuff, but there's always a crazy surprise or a crazy disappointment. You never can call it. If it's about me, looking for the Cardinals. I'm looking for the Texans because I'm looking forward to watching David Johnson, and then whatever's going on with my preseason Super Bowl pick.
Awesome.
I'll go with the Cardinals again with the 49ers, and I'm looking forward to seeing Tom Brady go into the Superdome and take on Drew Brees. His first game is the quarterback of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He goes into hostile territory, even though there won't be any fans. It's still hostile territory because you're facing Drew Brees in his building in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, and so many magical memories have happened that Drew Brees has done in that building, and you get two of the greatest men to ever hike a ball and throw a ball, and those two are going up against each other. That's going to be worth the price of admission. That is going to be that's a popcorn watcher right there, Greg.
I like that. And Michael Thomas is going to be out there running slants. Gronk's going to be out there without a helmet, just trying to catch the ball with his teeth.
Seriously, no lie there.
I'm looking forward to football, man. I'm just looking forward to football. This is going to be a good thing. I'm glad that really that the safety procedures seem to be in place. They seem to be working. It seems like the guys are doing the right things and not going out in their spare time and putting themselves or others at risk. I'm just glad that we'll have that to take our minds off of the fact that our kids are having to go to school on computer and that we can't go to the movies without a mask on and you got to sit 20 feet from somebody or whatever. It's nice that we'll have at least some degree of normalcy. Just snap the ball, man. Kick it off. Let's go.
Yep. Yeah. Come on Thursday night. I cannot wait.
Yeah. So you know what I'll be doing Thursday. I'm excited to see Texas and the Chiefs, kick it off for sure. I'm excited to see Brady and see what's going to happen with, that duo back again and Drew and facing Drew Brees. So there's just so much football and I love it.
Greg, I think Leonard Fournette will go down there and do well in Tampa. Don't you?
Oh, I like this a lot. So listen, we've got Byron Leftwich is the offensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. And Bruce Arians is going to give him the keys. He's going to let him call plays. And when Byron Leftwich was a player in Pittsburgh, we know what type of offense that Pittsburgh ran. And so if Byron Leftwich kind of reverts to what he's most comfortable with, and if Fournette's healthy and he knows the system, maybe he looks like a little Jerome Bettis. Maybe he, and Tom Brady, we know that he's at a point in his career where he's not chunking the ball 20, 30, 40 yards downfield anymore. Like he can go there when he needs to. But if Brady can be reliant on a run game and maybe Brady looks like Peyton Manning looked in Denver, okay, maybe he's going to look a little better than that. But if you can rely on your run game as an older quarterback, that sets you up to use your brain later in the season, right? We saw it work with John Elway. Like we've got a million examples of older quarterbacks, late 30s, early 40s, having a lot of success in the NFL if they don't have to overly rely on the arm. If they can hand it off, go here. I'm with you, man. I like Fournette to Tampa. I like that a lot.
Oh, my gosh. I just can't get my head around all this sports and everything going on. Hard to keep track of it all sometimes, so what's happening. But, oh, my gosh. Thank you, Greg. It's been fun.
Yeah, no, it's a great time.
Coming
Thanks for having me, guys. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So where can our listeners and our viewers, how can they get a hold of you?
I'm on vacation this week, so don't. But I'm in the Arizona Republic. I'm in the Arizona Republic constantly. I never know whether I'm going to be in the editorial section or sports, but I write all the time. You can find me on Twitter at WritingMore, WRITING More, MOORE. And my email address is at the bottom of every column that I write. I'm sure they can get in touch with you guys, and you guys send them my Twitter or send them my email, whatever. But love hearing from readers because they give me ideas, questions like, yo, that is a good question. I should explore that. I really appreciate hearing from folks.
You have a lot of great stuff. You haven't read any of it. Go ahead and head on over, read some of his columns. They're great. You have a lot of knowledge, Greg.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Ed, Where can our listeners find you and our viewers?
On Instagram at EdwardCole301. I'm a friend of Greg Moore's, by the way. I feel so honored.
All mine.
And on Twitter at EdCole43.
Oh gosh. Go ahead and follow Insight Sports Network on Instagram, Insight Sports Net, and on Twitter, Insight Sports, and add an extra on Instagram and Twitter at J-Rosalye, J-R-O-S-A-L-Y-E. Everyone, thank you for joining in, listening in. Download from wherever it is you listen to podcasts. Until next week, everyone, have a great week. Thank you for tuning in and listening to Insight Sports Talk, where we translate sports to the core. Make sure to continue to tune in each and every week for our latest episode. Also, make sure you download from wherever it is that you listen to podcasts.